If you want to change your life, here's the truth. Most people can't handle this, but you need it. I used to ignore this for years. I thought I was doing fine, working hard, making progress. But then, reality hit me like a brick. Most people never realize this, but the biggest reason they stay stuck isn't bad luck, lack of talent, or outside circumstances. It's their own mindset. But here's the part they don't want you to know. Your success or failure is completely your responsibility. Stay with me, because in just a few moments, you'll see how this all connects. The truth that most people avoid. For a long time, I blamed everything but myself. I blamed my situation. I blamed the people around me. I blamed bad timing. I told myself, if only I had more money, if only I had more support, if only things were easier. But one day I had to ask myself the hard question. If someone else in my exact situation has succeeded, what's my excuse? That question destroyed every excuse I had. Because the truth? People in worse situations than me had figured it out. And the only difference between them and me was the way they saw themselves. The mistake that held me back. I used to wait. I waited for motivation. I waited for the right time. I waited until I felt ready. But here's what no one tells you. You don't change when you feel ready. You don't succeed when things get easier. You succeed when you decide to stop waiting and start doing. Most people never fail. They just never start. The shift that changed everything. I stopped making excuses. Instead of saying, I don't have time, I found time. Instead of saying, I don't know how, I learned. Instead of saying, I'm not that kind of person, I became that person. And the proof? The more I took action, the more confident I became. The more I showed up, the more opportunities appeared. And the more I took responsibility, the more my life changed. The truth you need to hear. Most people won't accept this. It's easier to believe life is unfair. It's easier to blame outside forces. But here's what you need to know. If you take full responsibility for your life, you take full control of it. So ask yourself, are you making progress or are you making excuses? Because the moment you take responsibility, everything changes. And most people will never do it or do.